Hello everybody, what's going on, and welcome to absolutely everything you need to know about pumpkins in Animal Crossing New Horizons in about 4 minutes. Because you don't need to scrub through a 15-minute video and my life story to know about these gorgeous gourds. So without further ado, let's get started. You can only purchase pumpkin starts during October from Leaf or Nook's Cranny. If you're lucky enough to see Leaf, then he will sell them to you for half the price. And although you can only buy them during this month, they will grow and produce pumpkins all year round. There is actually another way to grow pumpkin plants that I'll mention later on in the video. These will grow anywhere that a flower or a bush would grow, so that's any diggable terrain on the mainland of your island, but not on the beach. And when the pumpkins are ready to be harvested, you cannot destroy them by trampling on them, and they will also never spoil. Pumpkin plants have 4 different stages of growth that advance each new day. When you first plant the start, it will be a small sprout. The next day it will grow into a medium sprout, then a large sprout when you can see a little pumpkin ready to ripen, followed finally by a ripe pumpkin plant where it will stay until you harvest it. Moving on, let's talk about watering the plants and affecting the yield. As you can see here, I have 3 plants with 1, 2, and 3 pumpkins growing, and the amount you water a sprout directly affects the amount of pumpkins you can harvest when they ripen. If you don't water the sprout, you'll get 1 pumpkin. Watering the sprout on one day will get you 2 pumpkins, and then watering the sprout on 2 separate days will net you the maximum of 3 pumpkins. Rain also counts towards this, and there is no bonus for having visitors from other islands water them for you, nor does the golden water can affect anything either. Watering a plant that's waiting to be harvested also has no effect. Harvesting the pumpkins reverts the plant back to a medium sprout, and if you want to produce 3 pumpkins again, you will have to water it after harvesting and then the following day, since the yield is not locked after the plant first ripens. Colour, on the other hand, is set as soon as the plant produces its first pumpkin. There is no way to tell what colour you'll get from a start until then. There are 4 possible colours that you can grow from starts. There is a 70% chance that you will grow regular orange pumpkins, and then a 10% chance that they will grow either of the yellow, green, or white pumpkins. And a big thanks to Asteriation for confirming those rates in the game's codes. Like I mentioned, the colour is set after the plant produces its first pumpkin, and digging up the plant will allow you to replant it elsewhere without fear of the colour resetting. But say you're like me and you planted some 50 starts and only got 2 green pumpkin plants out of that. Well, you can actually take your pumpkins and plant them back in the ground in order to guarantee a new plant in that colour to produce more for you. A very nice detail if you ask me. Now, other than making your islands look cool, what can pumpkins be used for? Well, I already mentioned that you can replant pumpkins that get crops of that specific colour, but the most obvious use is crafting the Spooky series. You can obtain the recipes in various ways. The majority can be obtained from crafting villagers, balloon presents, and message bottles throughout October only, and then there are a couple of recipes that can only be obtained on the 31st. This is where crafting in New Horizons has taken on a new twist, and I absolutely love this, and I hope to see more like it in the future. Only orange pumpkins are needed in order to craft the spooky items, and the other colour pumpkins are needed in order to customize the item once it's already crafted. Other uses include dropping them outside for decoration, and they can also be eaten like fruit in order to give your villager pumpkin power to dig up trees and smash rocks. And that's everything you need to know about pumpkins in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'll even pop a link in the description to the pumpkin section of Bigfoot MG's Crispy Guide to Plants for a handy dandy infographic which will help you remember most of what I went over today. All that's left to say is that if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please do drop a like on it because that would also help me back, and consider subscribing for more New Horizons content in the future. I also stream the game several evenings a week over at twitch.tv/Dazbound, link to that in the description too, so feel free to drop a follow there and catch some streams, have a chat, and so on if you feel so inclined. Thank you very much for watching, happy gardening, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.